One era in global politics is ending, another era is beginning. Specifically, in a consequential development, the world order is moving towards multipolarity. We are also living in an unprecedented, tumultuous and dangerous world. Old and traditional security threats are being compounded by new and non-traditional threats and challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, there are ongoing wars in Europe and Middle East. A genocide of Palestinians, mainly including children and women in Gaza, raging and simmering military conflicts in several continents, long-standing unresolved political disputes from Kashmir to Palestine, near collapse of the painstakingly built arms control regimes, and intensification of arms races in the nuclear and conventional domains. Ladies and gentlemen, unprecedented growth and militarization of new and critical technologies, mainstreaming of far-right extremist ideologies and populist politics, interlocking food and fuel crisis accentuated by the global pandemic and growing geopolitical tensions, a rise of phenomena like Islamophobia and exponential increase in disinformation and gray zone conflict, and the existential threat of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, we are witnessing the weakening of commitment to the purposes and principles of the UN Charter and the international law. One can cite the recent example of Palestine, how resolutions have been passed and haven't been taken care of at all. There are circles pronouncing the premature demise of globalization. There are reversals in the realizations of sustainable development goals. International cooperation and solidarity have been severely undermined. Multilateralism is under assault, and a drift towards so-called minilateralism through the creation of smaller exclusionary groups is on the rise. Above all, the deepening major power contestation is affecting global politics, economy, and interstate relations. Ladies and gentlemen, nations across the globe are apprehensive about the real possibility of bloc politics and the competition turning into confrontation. A specter of new Cold War is haunting the world as of now. Located at the crossroads of South Asia, Central Asia, and the Middle East, Pakistan occupies a strategic space, regionally and globally. With its rich natural and human resource endowments and aggregate national power potential, Pakistan is counted among the pivotal states of the world. Naturally, Pakistan is also profoundly affected by the strategic global environment that I have just scanned for you. I'm happy to share Pakistan's perspective on these issues. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin with, at this defining moment in global history and politics, Pakistan believes that the need for deeper reflection and handling of threats and challenges with wisdom and foresight cannot be stressed enough. Further polarization and fragmentation would result in further destruction of our fragile planet, the one and only home for the entire humanity. It should be clear to everyone that our salvation lies in finding collective solutions to our common problems. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, issues related to growing inequalities, international terrorism, transnational crimes, complex migration, cyber security, nuclear weapons, and humanitarian crisis cannot be solved by any single country on the globe. Closer international collaboration is an imperative, ignored only at our own peril. Communication, dialogue, and negotiations are essential for reducing the current and future risks and for fostering a collaborative approach that caters to the needs and aspirations of all nations, big or small. Averse to bloc politics, Pakistan firmly supports an approach that prefers cooperation over confrontation. An approach that is built on reaffirmation of faith in and commitment to the United Nations Charter and international law. An approach that places premium on strengthening multilateral norms and institutions. An approach that revolves around peace, mutual respect, coexistence, and win-win solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, in the regional context, Pakistan's approach is conceptualized in the peaceful neighborhood policy. In essence, it seeks the creation of a peaceful external environment to that our core national objectives of sustainable economic development could be advanced. As such, Pakistan remains a strong proponent of the inextricable link between peace and development. Within this framework, Pakistan has consistently strived to have peaceful, cooperative, and good neighborly relations with all countries in our immediate or extended neighborhood. Despite challenges and even setbacks in certain instances, Pakistan's approach remains steadfast. Ladies and gentlemen, a peaceful, stable, united, and prosperous Afghanistan is in Pakistan's vital interest. There are no other two countries in the world that share so much as Pakistan and Afghanistan do, from history and geography to faith and culture, to language and literature to cuisine and music. Since the Taliban's takeover in August 2021, Pakistan has followed a pragmatic approach, focused on practical cooperation aimed at averting any humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan and facilitating the all well-being of the 40 million Afghan people. Pakistan has also prioritized national and regional cooperation to ensure that any action remains in sync with the broader international community. Apart from emphasizing inclusive governance and respect for the rights of all Afghans, Pakistan stresses the imperative need to ensure that Afghanistan's soil is not used for terrorism against any state. And I think we believe in this thing, and we have practically declared a national policy in 2014 to the National Action Plan, which was rolled to the nation and the world, in which we state we will not allow our soil to be used for terrorism against any other state on the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan earnestly hopes the Afghan interim authorities would see that it is in their own enlightened self-interest to heed this call and take the practical steps needed to address our serious concerns. I have a reason to say what I said, and we have credible evidence for me to say that today that the soil has been, a neighborly soil has been used against Pakistan, these recent terrorism attacks in Pakistan, unfortunately. If the vision of the peaceful and stable Pakistan is realized and realistic, the fruits of economic cooperation, regional integration, and connectivity would be enormous. Not only the Afghan people will benefit tremendously, but also the dividends of shared prosperity would extend to Central Asia and beyond. On this, I can say you again share our own thought, this government policy. We have been talking to Central Asian states to have a railway link between Uzbekistan and Pakistan, which will connect not only us, but also Afghanistan to the entire Central Asian regions and through Central Asian to the rest part of the world.